Welcome back now. If you're just joining us, you're still on to the press, and we're reaching you live from the Abuja studios of KAFTAN TV right now. I've been joined by an economist, a public affairs analyst, a journalist, all packaged in one. Dókítà Olamide Samuel Ogunleke. You're welcome to the program.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Very well.
And I think this the first time we're meeting on program this year.
For the first time this year.
Let me just say Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you is very much in order.
Yeah.
Okay, before we delve into the headlines for today, being for the fact that this is the first time we're seeing this year, I want to quickly get from your point of view what you look out for in the year 2024 in terms of your economic projections for 2024, your political projections for 2024, your social projections for Nigeria in the year 2024.
Number one thing is in 2024, I actually projected that we are going to have a better economic affairs as touches the country, as far as the country is concerned, if and only if Tinubu's administration, those economists that are actually handling our affairs, could continue with the positive measures and policies that they've actually laid, and could actually, if Tinubu's administration is going to implement all these measures and policies rather, I know very sure that we are going to have a better day ahead in 2024 compared to what we had in 2023. Though it might actually seems like things are not coming up the way people expect it to be. It might be actually somehow harsh, but I know very sure with the policies that are being projected and being given by the economists now, though it's going to hard anyway. It's going to hard. I know very sure. It's going to hard anyway.
When you talk about, when you say you expect Nigeria as a country moving
forward,
moving towards the positive trend in year 2024. What are the indices? What are the pointers to the fact that what are the numerical, empirical evidences that can point us to the fact that, okay, if we continue in this trend, then we are going to experience some level of growth in our economy?
Well, number one thing is, when you look at it, you see that we actually floated our naira since last year, and despite the harsh on naira and the prayer on naira, yet the administration, Tinubu's administration, did not actually back down. They did not, because of that, say, okay, fine, let's reintroduce this or that.
But then the only thing is, floating, has it yielded any results that the common man on the street can say as a result of the floating of the naira? I've felt it in this area.
Well, common man would not actually see the effect now, because as you've actually referred them to be common man, but as an economist who knows what is actually operating, I know very sure that it is not going to be easy, because things have been badly spoiled, destabilized economically in terms of foreign trades and forex. But as at now, with what is actually, that's why I said if they actually implement all most of the policies that have been laid down, it's going to be good. But to common man now, we're actually suffering, and the fact that everything is on the high side, so nobody will actually see that, okay, fine, this government is trying economically. Nobody will see as a common man, but economists, you know very sure that. Let's check this Port Harcourt refinery. If peradventure it's not going to be politicized again, you see that it is one of the policies that, okay, fine, after floating naira, all we need to do is to be exporting, because the more we export, the more the more our naira is going to grow. Are you getting it? So, and now after that, the president actually appending his signature on establishment of farm produce. Are you getting this? Crop productions are actually on the way, which I remember vividly that just last week we have this governor, I think no, it's not Plateau governor, a particular governor in the north said they want to be producing wheat now with 40,000 hectares. That means they are going to be exporting. And he came to Tinubu last week. Tinubu signed it and said, okay, everything they need should be given. Other governors are actually coming too. So that means we are actually moving towards agrarian economy. So we are not going to focus export on oil. So and with that, and with another bill signed by National Assembly that has to do with growth of small scale businesses and medium scale businesses, I know very sure that people will be able to say, okay, fine, I can access grants. That is why I said if implemented well, I can actually access grants if I want to establish something that I will be exporting. The more we export, the more our economy grow, because what actually brought down our economy is the fact that we import majorly foodstuffs, what we eat. If we're actually importing capital projects, if we are importing goods that are not just consumable goods, goods that can actually bring production, so we will not have issue. We will not have issue because every country imports. Whether you like it or not. We have a lot of country that import from Nigeria, but now because of what happens in the past, we've actually moved from agrarian economy that we were that brought us into limelight into so that's exactly what killed our economy. But presently with what we are seeing, we'll see that will balance. We'll not actually have any opportunity or have any reason for to be spending on naira, subsidizing naira, because we want it to balance with dollar, and that will actually help us. On the other hand, when you check it, you see that people are now getting familiar with what government is all about. People are voicing out, people are talking, people knows their rights now better than yesterday. Yeah,
but then I do not want us to dwell so much on this very issue because of the want of time today. But when you talk about the fact that people are talking, people are voicing out, from the look of things, most Nigerians are talking. Most Nigerians are voicing out from a place of pain, not from a place of
exactly. I know. But then from the point of pain, you are voicing out. You are not being aggressive compared to if you are not being aggressive. What we are doing now, we're actually talking. I know very sure some government officials will be watching us and saying, okay, let's see what this person is going to say. So whatever solution we provide here will be taken note of. I really do hope all of the stakeholders, the government functionaries, are taking note of the various suggestions that are always coming out on programs like this. And on that note, we have opened our phone lines for you to call in and make your contributions. Please do call in. You have 60 seconds to call in, tell us your name, where you're calling from, and also make your contributions. And on that note, now we'll go over to the big story currently rocking the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, the Minister Betta Edu, where there have been allegations of public funds paid into private accounts, flight tickets approved. One of the stories had it that the minister approved flight tickets from Abuja to Kogi State, and Kogi State has no airport. So the President Tinubu has directed a probe into all of the allegations. However, there has been a lot of side talks. PDP governors have called for the immediate sack. Legal luminary Femi Falana has said that the minister has contravened public service rules, and he even went further to say that she should stop playing with the intelligence of Nigerians. While all of this is going on, do you think? Okay, now let's start from
I want to get your general outlook on this allegation. I want to get a general outlook on this allegation coming at a time where there has been so many loud voices in the agitation for more inclusiveness of women in governance, more participation of women in very key positions in government. I want to get your general outlook.
Well, let's be sincere to ourselves. Everyone makes mistakes. It's not gender based. This happens to men in power, so it's of no exception when it comes to women. So we shouldn't actually look at it that, okay, look at you are the people, you this gender, I've been voicing out, I've been raising your voice that, okay, you want to be included in this, in that, you want to hold positions.
So by this your explanation now, I can just walk into any of the banks and mistakenly.
No, I'm not actually backing him. No, I'm not backing her. But what I'm saying is, it happens everywhere. So,
hello, good morning. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning to you, Mr. Francis.
Good morning to you too.
From Lagos.
Good morning to you. Compliments of the season.
Yeah, thank you very much. Compliment of the season once again, and let me quickly appreciate KAFTAN for giving us this ample opportunity. You raised so many issues in the headlines, but due to the time factor, let me quickly respond to the issue of the humanitarian minister. First of all, I really appreciate Mr. President, especially when you look at his January speech. You will know that the man is ready for the work. Even though before now he made mention that don't pity me, I asked for the job. So the problem we are facing now is like Samuel made mention. Yes, you see the policy, especially the economic policy, you will know that yes, they are ready for the business. But the issue now is the workers. The workers, again, the public officers, the public servants, and so on and so forth. If not, look at what is happening in the government today. I quite recommend Mr. President on the 9th of June, he suspended the civilian governor for inquiry and so on and so forth, and so many things come out. And then on the 14th of June, the same thing, he suspended the EFCC chairman at the same time to make so many inquiries and so many things are out. So also on the 2nd of January, Halima was suspended. A day after Halima was suspended, then Betta Edu issue come up. So the question is, what is wrong in able to step down to at least allow proper investigation? If things are okay, let her go to her position. Remember, there are so many takeaways in Mr. President's speech, which to me, this is the right time for him to apply some of them. Because we need equity, we need inclusion, we need diversity, we need proper criminal justice system to work. And this is the right time. At least go back to the system. When we have issue with Dr. Usman Yusuf, that is the National Health Insurance Scheme Minister, Deputy Secretary. Look at what happened.
You have 30 seconds more.
Yeah, if you check the panel, the inquiry, the panel report, there is no any accusation apart from misunderstanding between him and the management. So if Betta Edu proved to be right, let her go back to her position. So also Halima, but allowing Betta Edu to tell Nigerians now investigation is going on. I think Mr. President has to look at this very issue. I'm not accusing her of anything. Because the law mentioned you are not guilty until you are proven guilty by the court of law. But to allow proper investigation, to me, let us step down so that they have proper investigation. That's it.
Thank you very much, SMD.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your contributions, SMD.
So that you will not actually misquote me. What I'm saying is, men who are in power, who hold public offices, make this kind of mistakes in the past. So we should not say because it's now turn of the other gender, they will now be referring to them saying, okay, they want to come.
You know, I'm concerned about your. I'm concerned about your.
The word mistake. No. That's what I'm actually.
I think to put it in a better perspective, I would say people that have been in public offices, men that have been in public offices before have been accused of similar infractions. Infractions.
Now let's now come to Betta Edu ourselves now. The first thing is, before Betta Edu, let's talk about Tinubu. I want to applaud Tinubu for taking these radical steps, that will actually show that his government is not for the people that knows who is who alone, the people that surround him alone. He wants to govern Nigeria, and he wants Nigerians to know that, okay, I am here for you. The first thing, as our caller said, look at suspending one of the board directors. Just how many months of employment. Are you getting it? That means he is not ready. He had said it that anybody that is not performing or underperforming will go for it. And with this, though, I want to be sure, and I stand to be corrected rather, that it's because this actually came out and everybody sees it. And Tinubu has taken steps. He said he had, okay, go and probe this person. So the fact that people are calling for her stepping down, for her to step down, rather, I actually join them, because that would be the best way to discover some other infractions. That is, if there were. So for now, how would a minister, how many months into administration, you are actually allocating, you are actually signing I don't understand, to Kogi,
approving
for
flight
to Kogi that do not have any airport. I think with this you will have known that there are some people that will actually be, before they get to position, clamoring for change. Meanwhile, within them, they know very sure that they are worst compared to people that are there. So if peradventure all these allegations come out to be true, then Minister of Humanitarian Affairs should be punished severely.
But then what do you think could possibly be the reasons for delay at this point, since a lot of our spokespersons have come out and say
I don't think there is any delay, because
a lot of Nigerians believe that for the investigation, for the whole inquiry to be able to run smoothly, and for it to have any level of transparency, she needs to step down while pending the conclusion of the investigations. Let's
be sincere to ourselves. This is public office we're talking about. Everything doesn't go the way people think about it. No, when you are close to government, when you are close to people that make policies, and when you read our policies, our constitutions, you understand the fact that there are process to all these things. People are just like, when you have a day, cut the head off. No. All I know very sure is a president that could have taken up the matter to the extent of probing would not want that investigation footer. Are you getting it? So he would have been taking necessary steps. Look at what happened to the director general. Look at what happened to other, but there were steps to this. I know very sure that before the end of this week, there's going to be another development that people will be like, okay, this is how it should be. Not because we are shouting alone, not because we are voicing out alone, but because there are steps, there are process to follow for something to be done as when it comes to governance. So Betta Edu had been alleged of all these infractions, and the president said, okay, investigate her. The president has said investigate. I'm not very sure that if he wants to get the right result, she needs to step down. But there are some situations in which she might not need to step down.
What are the possible
Thank you
scenarios
very much.
that she may not possibly require her to step down?
If peradventure within the shorter period of time that investigation started, like president himself got to know that okay, all these things are actually not really, so they may actually say okay, fine, just be there while the investigation is going on. It's possible. It is possible. Not every wrong steps, not every wrong step means wrong approach. Are you getting it? So, but as we speak now, investigation have started. We'll surely know where it's going to end. But I know very sure that Tinubu will not cover how. That's just it.
All right, now let's look at. I want to read two headlines from two different national dailies for today. One on the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning reads, lawmakers budget fresh 30 billion naira for National Assembly renovation. Now I want to read another one from the front page of the Matrix newspaper this morning. It reads, 2024 budget, FG to spend 776 million naira on affordable housing. 30 billion naira on National Assembly renovation for little over 600 lawmakers, both the Senate and the House of Representatives, and 776 million naira for housing for over 220 million Nigerians at a time when there's already a spike in the housing deficit of Nigeria as a nation at the moment. Can you juxtapose?
Let me first of all come to this realization. Let's come to this realization that is National Assembly building another or constructing another complex that we don't know, because this will be plus 30 billion naira they've approved before. That will be 60 billion naira to renovate National Assembly. Which assembly? What really happened in this assembly that you are renovating with 60 billion naira? Because they've actually approved 30 billion naira before, adding another 30 billion naira. Even if you want to demolish National Assembly and reconstruct this National Assembly now, with 30 billion not enough? I don't understand. I stand to be corrected, Francis. I stand to be corrected. This set of National Assembly plus those that were there before this 10th National Assembly, I mean 9th Assembly, I stand to be corrected. I want to tell you that most of them, including all the party, are you getting
all the political
parties that has their members there? They are actually thieves.
That opinion is.
Let me tell you. Solely for me. Now let me tell you another.
No responsibility
for that. KAFTAN do not think. If they are not, we should see 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 House of Representatives, House of Senate members that will stand against these
appropriations.
This it's actually too bogus. It's actually too something that people should not even think of. One, we have 130 billion naira. You've not even spent that one. You've not accounted for that one. Now another 30 billion naira. Now let's be sincere, Francis. If you want to construct National Assembly, this same National Assembly now, will 30 billion not be enough? Now that one aside, this same set of people, so that people will know that even you people that are saying your party members, your party lawmakers are saints, they are the holiest of the holiest. You will see very sure that all of them now start there, appropriated 30 billion naira for renovation of their own National Assembly. They are not even 1/4. What am I saying? 0.00001 of the old Nigerians. Now they are appropriating just 700 million. Just for 700 million for housing,
affordable housing.
Are you getting? So you will have known that all of these lawmakers are there. They are actually doing eye service. Everything they are bringing to you is your right. And that is why I used to tell people that why would a lawmaker come to you say, okay, we want to dig borrow for you, and you are actually appreciating him, what is his constituency allowance for? Is it not to do those things? Now a governor will pay salary, you start appreciating, you start jubilating for what? Is the salary from his pocket? Is a governor will say, okay, we want to do a particular road, instead of you to say, okay, how much is it, to actually investigate how much should this one cost, how much is he appropriating for it? So we will not, because it's our road now. We start jubilating, we start praising him, we start doing this, we start doing that. There are some things that, okay, look at what Tinubu did for this palliative. Lawmakers took the same palliative that a federal government gave them to give their constituency to their constituency, and people are still praising them. Okay, you are the people that are actually giving them hands to see themselves as leader instead of servants. They are there to serve you, and I will not blame them. Why will I blame them? Why wouldn't I blame them? Is because when they were contesting, you people collect money from them. You people did not vote those ones that you know they can do it, because they did not have money. We have a lot of experiences there. And now Nance, I'm sorry, I have to touch that aspect. Nance, National Association of Nigerian Students, are there now. They saw this 30 billion naira. None of them is actually, compared to what is in education sector, none of them is even the president and what have you.
The civil society organization.
The civil society organizations are there. None of them have been speaking about this, against this. Then which country are we projecting? What type of country are we projecting? What type of nation are we projecting? What type of growth are we actually projecting? If all these infractions are there, we are not talking about them, because we know we have brothers and sisters that are part of the lawmakers. But when it comes to insecurity now, all of us will be like, want to break the head of the security. When it comes to issue of infrastructure facilities that were damaged by the same Nigerians, the same youth, the same unscrupulous elements that are in society, will still be. But these are things that will make that will bring us to the right direction, to the right path. We will not talk. But what I'm saying is, National Assembly are actually duping Nigerians with this 30 billion naira appropriated to renovate National Assembly. If they want to renovate National Assembly, let us see the contractor. Who are the contractor? What are the contractor? What is the contractor exactly want to do? And let's see. Let us price it. We have this is internet age.
Very well then. Thank you very much for your submission on that. And as you may have heard from Dr. Olamide himself, he opined that the National Assembly is duping Nigerians. Coming from Dr. Olamide,
myself.
And let's go over to other issues now, as our time is playing a fast one on us. You know the popular saying that the end of an election is the beginning of another one. And if you flip through all of the national dailies for today, you'd see similar headlines: 2027 politics, 2027 politics, and majorly among all of them, you'd see opposition hinting at merger, at a mega party merger. And what we've seen former Benue State Governor, in person of Samuel Otom, talking about the fact that in 2027 the G5 governors are willing and ready to support President Tinubu again in 2027. First of all, don't you think it's too early for us to begin to think about 2027, considering the fact that the present administration is still trying to find its feet on the ground, considering the fact that Nigerians are still waiting patiently to see what they can finally agree to be the outcome of this present administration. Just like elder statesman Professor Wole Soyinka said the other day, he said he chose not to talk about any administration till after 12 months. So coming at a time when the administration is still trying to grapple with the realities of the present economy, both in Nigeria and on the international stage, don't you think 2027 is still too is far-reaching to start bringing it into the mix?
Let's be sincere, this is politics anyway. Politics is played everywhere. But all I know very sure that PDP and other oppositions have actually given a way forward for APC,
90 seconds, please.
For APC to win in the next election, because you've actually shown you've shown what the taxes you want to use in 2027 right here in 2024. So forget about it. They will have planned ahead of you, so they know what is coming to them. They know what they used to upturn you. So you want to use that same process, and you did not actually plan well. Let's forget about it. This merger of 18 will not yield anything, because as they have started now and they have actually made it public, it has gone. Then talk about this administration is still too young, and they're actually giving the impression that Tinubu should not even rest on governance, and now starts diving into politics again, which will not actually help us. So I'm actually begging, if you want, whatever you want to do it underground. It is normal, it is politics. But
consultation
and other. But bringing it to the hearing of the whole Nigerians, and the presidents, the current administration knows very sure that they need to be planning also. So instead of them facing the challenges that are bedeviling Nigerians, they will still be one side trying
to play the politics and mixing it with
it will actually not help
Thank
us.
you so much.
Thank you
so much for your insightful and thoughtful analysis on the program this morning. We really do appreciate your time for coming on the program. And on that note, we draw the curtain on today's episode of your #1 newspaper program, The Press, reaching you live from the Abuja studios of KAFTAN TV. My name is Francis Adeniyi. Do well to have a beautiful day ahead.